Hey, so today we're going to be talking about the Veldt by Ray Bradbury. So this story takes place in a futuristic world where technology has advanced to the point where houses can think for you. George and Lydia Hadley live in a happy life home that cooks and cleans for them and their two children, Wendy and Peter. But the coolest room in the house is the nursery, a virtual reality room that can transform itself into any environment that the children can imagine. But recently, George and Lydia have noticed that the nursery has been displaying a disturbing image, an African veldt with lions feeding on their prey. What's really creepy is that the lions seem to be getting more and more realistic, to the point where George and Lydia can feel the heat from their bodies and smell their fur and hear their distant roars. Of course, the kids, Wendy and Peter, deny that they've been obsessed with Africa and with lions, and they claim that they don't want to go to the nursery anymore. But something tells George that they're lying. And he's right, because when he sneaks into the veldt, he finds his family's belongings, torn and bloodied. At this point, George is convinced that the nursery is dangerous and that his children are in serious trouble. So he calls in psychologist David McLean to help him shut the nursery down. When McLean examines the children, he tells George and Lydia that they're right. The nursery is bad news. The kids are too dependent on it. They've replaced their parents with technology. And if they don't pull the plug, the children will become even more detached from reality. So finally, George and Lydia try to shut the house down, but Wendy and Peter throw a massive tantrum, which makes George feel guilty. And just to calm them down, he gives in and allows one last visit to the nursery. Once inside, however, Wendy and Peter lock their parents in the veldt with the lions. And as the lions surround and kill George and Lydia, David McLean arrives, but he doesn't realize what has happened. All he sees is the children calmly eating lunch in the nursery while the lions finish their meal in the distance. So what does this all mean? Well, I think that Bradbury was trying to warn us about the dangers of technology. The house in the story represents the growing trend of automation in our society. And the children's obsession with the nursery reflects our own dependency on technology. I also think that Bradbury was trying to make a statement about the importance of human relationships. The parents in the story are weak and ineffectual, and the children take advantage of them. This could be a commentary on the breakdown of traditional family structures. But what do you think? What is the meaning of the veldt? Let me know in the comments below.